Tuesdays with Morrie, May 13th. In my sophomore year, I take 2 more of his courses. We go beyond the classroom, meeting now and then just to talk. I have never done this before with an adult who was not a relative, yet I feel comfortable doing it with Morrie, and he seems comfortable making the time. "Where shall we visit today?" he asks cheerily when I enter his office. In the spring, we sit under a tree outside the sociology building, and in the winter, we sit by his desk, me in my gray sweatshirts and Adidas sneakers, Morrie in rock sport shoes and corduroy pants. Each time we talk, he listens to me ramble, then he tries to pass on some sort of his life lesson. He warns me that money is not the most important thing, contrary to the popular view on campus. He tells me I need to be fully human. He speaks of the alienation of youth and the need for connectedness with the society around me. Some of these things I understand, some I do not. It makes no difference. The discussions give me an excuse to talk to him. Fatherly conversations I cannot have with my own father, who would like me to be a lawyer. Morrie hates lawyers. "What do you want to do when you get out of college?" he asks. "I want to be a musician," I say. "Piano player." "Wonderful," he says. "But that's a hard life." "Yeah, a lot of sharks." That's what I hear. "Still," he says, "if you really want it, then you will make your dream happen." I want to hug him, to thank him for saying that, but I am not that open. I only nod instead. "I will bet you play piano with a lot of prep," he says. I laugh. "Pip?" He laughs back. "Pep, what's the matter? They don't say that anymore." The first Tuesday, we talk about the world. Connie opened the door and let me in. Morrie was in his wheelchair by the kitchen table, wearing a loose cotton shirt and even looser black sweatpants. They were loose because his legs had atrophied beyond normal clothing size. You could get 2 hands around his thighs and have your fingers touch. Had he been able to stand, he had been no more than 5 feet tall, and he'd probably have fit into a 6th grader's jeans. "I got you something," I announced, holding up a brown paper bag. I had stopped on my way from the airport at a nearby supermarket and purchased some turkey, potato salad, macaroni salad, and bagels. I knew there was plenty of food at the house, but I wanted to contribute something. I was so powerless to help Morrie otherwise, and I remembered his fondness for eating. "Ah, so much food," he sang. "Well, now you have to eat with me." We sat at the kitchen table, surrounded by wicker chairs. This time, without the need to make up 16 years of information, we slid quickly into the familiar waters of our old college dialogue, Morrie asking questions, listening to my replies, stopping like a chef to sprinkle in something I'd forgotten or hadn't realized. He asked about the newspaper strike and true to form. He couldn't understand why both sides didn't simply communicate with each other and solve their problems. I told him not everyone was as smart as he was.